Hi, Ken.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. My name is Mike Nelson. I'm going to be helping you get your paperwork finalized with your loan. I'm going to be going over all the details, including the basic stuff as far as the car that you're buying. Review kind of the insurance requirements for the state, for the lien holder. The whole thing's going to take 45 minutes. Do you mind if I join you?
Sure.
All right. Well, Ken, it looks like you're buying a 2020 Equinox. So far, so good?
Sure.
All right, and so there's no trade-in. And you're putting some cash down right here, and that's your signature. So these numbers look familiar, is that correct?
Yes.
Good deal. Let's see, take a look at your credit information. The income that you have put, is it like before your taxes, after your taxes?
That's before taxes.
Okay. And so you have your gross income. Did you have any questions about anything along the way?
Not yet.
Okay. Let's see. Ultimately, I just want to make sure that we have all your basics covered with the car that you're buying. If you don't have any questions, what I'll be able to do is go back to my office. I'll get some paperwork ready for us. I should be gone just about 10 minutes. If you don't have any questions, I'm gonna go ahead and get to work on that, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, Ken, come on back. I think I'm ready for you, and we can get going on your paperwork. Sound good?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ken. And we got our first documents here. The one is talking about kind of your responsibility as far as what the warranty is. It talks about you have to have your services done at a licensed repair facility, and you have to keep those service histories. The reason why we're able to give you such a long warranty on your 2020 Equinox is the cable armor difference. And so that gives you the 5-year unlimited mile powertrain. The car new came with a 3-year 36, but because of the 60,000 miles that it has now, the comprehensive part is over. But you do have the 5-year unlimited powertrain. The reason why we're able to give you such a long warranty is having to do with the maintenance on the vehicle, wear and tear, and the oil changes. So if you do your oil changes per the manufacturers every 5,000 miles, or 20% on that engine oil life, what you're able to do is reduce the wear and tear inside the engine transmission. And opposed to that, I mean, if you weren't to do it, you'd have issues with the engine transmission. Follow me?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'll have you sign here. You understand your responsibility is to have those services done at a licensed repair facility and keep that service history. Thank you. And, while we're on that, how many miles a year do you drive? The average is about 15,000 miles. Do you feel like you drive that or a little more?
I'll probably do about the average. I don't live that far from work, so.
Alright, so you have about 60,000 now, 15,000, 75, 80, 90, 105. Alright, so this gives you an idea just kind of where you'll be at over your mileage over the next couple of years. Any questions on your warranty coverage?
So this is everything that's covered right there, or not covered?
As far as the items not covered, so covered, that's your engine, transmission. So that's your internal lubricated parts. As far as what's not covered, you're looking at your computers, electronics, that sort of stuff. So the things you can't really reduce the wear and tear on. I mean, the example would be like your tires and your wheels. If you were to hit something, that wouldn't be covered. If you were to like lose your keys,
You said
that
if I
type of
was,
stuff.
if I was to hit something that wouldn't be covered
Yeah,
on the tires?
yeah, if you're driving along and you were to hit something in the road, that would not be covered under the gold certification here.
Oh, okay, okay.
Gold certification. Do you remember when you heard about the 5-year unlimited? Is that
Yeah,
something that brought you in here today?
that is correct. I saw it on the website, so I thought it was pretty cool.
Yep.
Didn't see anybody else that had that.
Good deal. I think a lot of our customers love it. I mean, we're even, kind of thinking about something we've been doing for a long time. But we'll get going on this. So the next form here we have is your Missouri title application. Go ahead and sign that. Thank you. All right. The next one here is your agreement to provide full coverage insurance. So as long as you have a loan, you got to have full coverage. Go ahead and sign that. And do you have an idea what your comprehensive deductible is? So you have
Is that
comprehensive.
50,000?
Well, most people do about a $500 deductible.
Oh, the deductible, yeah, it's 1,000.
1,000.
Mhm.
Okay. So part of the insurance deal that I like to go over is if you have $1,000. Is it comprehensive and collision?
Mhm.
So collision would be if you were to get in an accident. Comp would be anything else like theft or vandalism, acts of nature. But if you were to get in an accident, $1,000 is perhaps the least that you would pay in the event of a total loss. What that means, you start your loan here, you make all your payments, you get down to where you owe zero. But what happens to the value of the car as soon as you drive it off the lot?
Oh, it looks like it goes down.
It does. So value goes down. So if in like 9 months you're driving along, minding your own business, down Nolan Road, someone runs a red light, totals your car out. What happens is insurance company, they come out, they assess the value, and they say the value's here. But what happens with that difference right there?
I don't know.
So that would be your responsibility. That's what I was talking about with your $1,000 deductible being the least.
Okay.
So in this situation right here, you'd have that. But anyways, that's what I was covered as far as the deductible, kind of what you can expect with that insurance stuff. All right. The next form here. Go ahead and sign that. It's our administration fee disclosure. You gotta have the admin fee on all the paperwork. On that.
Man, that sure is half for some admin work.
The $4.99.
Yeah.
Well,
Who all involved in that?
Well, there's a lot of fine print here that goes into the details as far as what it's about. I'll be happy to print it off for you. All right, we'll do that. All right, and so this one right here is what a survey would look like through General Motors. You might get an email with a link to it for a survey. We want to make sure that you're happy with your purchase here today and also long term. So we want to get perfect 10s. If you've ever had a job that had a survey, you understand how important it is. So customer service is very important to Cable Dahmer and General Motors. So just nothing for you to sign on this. Just want you to kind of acknowledge that and take care of the salesperson on the survey. Sound good?
Yes, sir. Will do.
Good deal. All right. So what we have right here is everything that we offer to our customers. For the most part, we hear some positive feedback with our surveys. Occasionally we hear some criticism. And so what we have right here kind of addresses the criticism that we've had from our customers. So starting at the top, where our customers have had issues with their tires and wheels, we can make sure that if you hit something in the road, that it would be covered for 5 years. It's even cosmetic, so if you were driving through the drive-through and you kiss the curb a little bit and scratch your rim, we'd be able to fix that. Also at any point in time. You have a question?
Yeah, is that on factory rims or is that if I purchase some and put them on there, does it cover those too?
Actually, it covers the car.
Okay.
and it would cover up to the cost of the manufacturer's rim. So whatever the car came with, the rim, however, whatever that cost is how much it would cover. In most cases, though, an aftermarket rim or tire would fall under the cost of a factory spec tire or rim.
Okay.
But yeah, the car itself would be covered. If you were to lose your remotes, the keys, I don't know if you've seen the price on one of those lately, but that can set you back $600 roughly. The thing is they've got to program both sets of keys, reprogram the car. But if that were to happen with you, that'd be taken care of. Also on the windshield, if a rock were to come up and chip the glass, we'd replace the windshield. The last windshield, well, just a couple years ago, windshields around $200-300 it seems like. But recently, the last one that I saw was around $1,200. The reason being is there's sensors for rain, lights, that sort of thing. So they replace the glass, and then they have to reprogram the sensors. So the $200-300 windshields are out. So in that situation, you'd be covered. And also any small dents or dings that we can remove with paint stent removal, we could take care of that for 5 years. Also the all-important maintenance that you have to do anyways, right? We can cover every single oil change and tire rotation for the whole time. Oil change and tire rotation. And also for the same 5 years, you have any issues with the computer's electronics here, that will be taken care of. To give you an example, the last radio that I saw that had repaired was around $3,000. I think the radios these days, the manufacturers put a lot of the functions of the car in them, so that's what's driven up the cost. But everything that we talked about here will be covered for 5 years, including this difference here between the value of the vehicle and what you owe on it, and we could get you $20,000 to help cover the price increase of cars. I'm sure you've noticed over the last couple of years, but that would be covered as well. And everything that we talked about is right here is your payment.
Whoa.
You'll have no payment till Christmas. $12.25.
Merry Christmas.
Sound good? Down here?
Yeah, that's a little steep for me. I like having all the warranties and everything, but man. So we agreed basically on $650.
Yep.
I probably can go up to like $725. I know we at $8, but what
Okay.